Good morning. Welcome to Kahu's Corner this Monday morning, June 26th. Last week of the month of June 2023. Like I say, every Monday, the days just keep flying by. July 1st is just a week away, Saturday. So again, thank you for joining me this morning as we get a kick off our work week. Couple of announcements. If you haven't seen service yesterday in person or online, we have our VBS coming up here in a couple of weeks. It gets kicked off in July 16th, I believe, the week of the 17th. So they're looking for help down at and donations down at Emiola Church. So if you feel led to come by and be a part of VBS, or even just donate, food or even your time, it'd be awesome. But it's going to be a busy time for our teachers at Emiola Church. But that was the announcement I had. Is come up quick on us. And then congratulations to our graduates. We had 3 graduates that graduated from high school yesterday. Just want to congratulate them again on their accomplishment. So, but this morning, short devotional. Wanted to talk about what we do day by day. While we up walking around in this world, doing our jobs, in whatever we doing. Sometimes people get the impression that when I come to, church, I doing something to in the church. I either serving as whatever it may be. I giving of my time in church, so I serving the Lord and doing things to in a ministry. So my time there is serving Him, and then Monday morning comes, I get up, I go to my secular job. Most of us have it. That's getting paid outside of church or whatever it may be we're doing for a living. That we turn the switch on Monday morning and we're back in work mode, and then we go about our things, and then come Sunday again. We get up, we get dressed, we go to church, and then we serve in the ministry. So some people have the mentality of, okay, this time I'm serving God. When I get back to my job, I got to do my job. But Paul writes totally the opposite to the Colossians, the believers in Colossae, and he writes to them that there's no distinction between church and your regular secular job when you're serving God. You're serving God all the time, 24/7. When you're not sleeping and you're walking and you're breathing air, as believers and children of God, we serving the Lord in whatever we do. And Paul states that real clear to the believers that they had trouble. They had trouble understanding and living by God's word, or what Paul was writing, and then they started mixing in outside religions, beliefs with God's word. And you can't do that. But Paul even took it a step further, and he told them, hey, look, whatever you guys doing, even as you making a living, if you're a believer in Christ, you're serving Him. And I just wanted to hit a couple of verses in the book of Colossians. We did this book in a Bible study a few weeks ago, and I go back and I read it, and it's just a real cut to the chase book about how we as believers should live. But he says in chapter 3, verse 17, in the book of Colossians, Paul tells the believers in Colossae, he says, whatever you do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks through Him to God the Father. Pretty simple. Whatever we do, that's everything. Do in word or deed, how we talk and our actions, do all in the name of the Lord Jesus, giving thanks through Him to God the Father. So really, when we're not sleeping and we breathe in air, everything that we do, what we say, and our actions should be all in the name of the Lord. Pretty simple. And then he goes further down in verse 23. He mentions it again. He said, "Whatever you do, do your work heartily as for the Lord rather than for men, knowing that from the Lord you will receive the reward of the inheritance. It is the Lord Christ whom you serve." Yeah, whether you're having a bad day at work, or having a bad relationship with somebody and it's just not panning out, and you know, we got to take that time and pray, um, because really it's God that we serve, and we're thanking Him for the job that He's blessed us with. So in return, we ought to do our job like we're serving God. Even if you're having trouble with coworkers, with bosses, or we're just having a bad day, take that, few minutes and tell God, "Hey, thank you for blessing me with this job. Having a bad day today. I just lift up my coworker who I'm having a bad time with, or I lifted up my boss today who I'm having a bad time with. But Father, I just want to go through this day serving you, and I just lift up my words and my actions that it'll glorify you and not men." And sometimes we don't do that. We just shoot right from the hip. I can stand in front of the line on that one. Even if you got to go back and say, "God, hey, forgive me for what I just did." But when it comes down to it, when you're a child of God, from the time you get up to the time you lay your head down, it's God who you're serving. So I hope this week, as we go through this week, I pray that I will keep that in the forefront for myself. And I pray also for you guys that, even in our regular jobs, Jesus is with us. He's in us. We got to let Him live through us, so we can be that light for Him, even in our work area or wherever we may be, that we can glorify Him. So have a blessed week, a safe week. Be blessed. Allah.